go down into your Logic settings, and when you're picking your drum kit, if you go into multi-channel kits, so drum kit, multi-channel kits, and you pick out one of these with a plus on it, what it'll do is it will give it you with all the different instruments mapped to different outputs. So if I bring up my mix window, you can see this a bit clearer. So like I've got my overheads on one, I've got my kicks on two, I've got a kick in and a kick out, I've got a snare top, snare bottom, hi-hat, tom high, mid low, two room mics, leak, which is like, literally like the sound of one microphone picking up a different instrument that it's not directly on top of, and it is absolutely crazy having this much control in a Logic stock plugin. Like, holy cow. And what it meant was that I could go through and I could adjust the individual sounds. So if I take out, say, the kick, yeah? So I've got a kick in. I love the Schweppes Omnichannel, so I'm using that to just shape the sound. Hear the difference? It's just adding more punch, and I've got the Tube EQ I was talking about earlier. That's just literally all it's doing is adding drive, actually. And then a bit of EQ on top of that to sort of like shape the sound. I've got my kick out. I'm doing the same thing. I'm using the Subkick plugin. This is who makes this? This is Waves Factory Subkick. I got this for free, I'm pretty sure, or it was very cheap, and it's emulating the Yamaha Subkick. But if I'm gonna have a kick in and a kick out, I might as well do that because the attack's coming from the other kick. Let's just pull back up the pre-chorus here. What else have I got going on? But I suppose what I'm trying to say is, here's my overheads. We've not got any low end in that, but we have the oomph of the kick. We have the attack of the kick, because that would be picked up by your overheads, because your overheads are picking up a bit of room. What else do we have? Obviously, here's my snare bottom, which is the bit with the actual snare on. There's my snare top. And then this is the leak I was on about, which is literally just the bits of sound that go into other mics. But these producer kits, they're really, really accessible. I think you can get them in every Logic only has one version, so you can get these really easily. And the electronic ones are great too, and it just means you're not constantly going into your drum kit designer and going, oh yeah, I'm going to turn that gain up, or I'm going to turn that gain down. Another thing I spent a lot of time doing was picking what toms I was using and stuff. Again, in drum kit designer, a lot of people don't know this, but in drum kit designer you've got all these different types of toms. So like, that was an option. I could pick that nice and easy. Oh gosh, what did I have? Oh no, I've just undone them and I can't undo. I think I was using the pawn shop ones. And you can turn around, you can be like, oh yeah, I want to use brushes. I want to use. So have a look through this, and you can decide. Is it going into the leak toms? So is it leaking into other things, or do we just want the sound not to go to that? Does that make sense? Same with the overheads. Do we want just the close mics, or will it go into the overheads? Is it going into the room A mic? Is it going into the room B mic? And it's so great having this much control over Logic.